This video will walk you through how to get started in Excel project number 2. When you first download the document from Blackboard, you should see a screen like this. The first thing that you want to do is to maximize the screen. So up in the upper right-hand screen, you should see a box. If you lag over that, it's going to tell you it's a maximize button. So just go ahead and press on that. That will give you access to the whole worksheet and all the tabs down below here. The first page is your instructions, and it tells you exactly how you're going to be graded. The second page is the data that we can go ahead and use formulas to pull into our report. So the third tab is the report. That's the tab that we're going to start working in. When you open your report tab, you're going to get a blank screen. And the first thing that you want to do is to go ahead and just set up your titles. And I did that so that you guys wouldn't just have a delay while I was typing. So the first thing that I did was put the title of the company, the revenue and spending variance report for the month ended June 30th. Okay, and again, we're mimicking what's on page 367 in the book. Okay, and then we've got titles for our columns, and you can see that they're running together, so we'll fix that in just a minute. But it's flexible budget, actual results, and revenue and spending variances. Okay, and then unlike page 367, we're not seeing clients, but we're selling liters of ice cream. So it's liters sold, our revenues, and then the expenses. And these expenses are coming straight from the data report. You could just easily go to the data report and do a copy. So you could click and drag, do a right click and copy. Okay, now that it's highlighted, you could go over to the report. You could put your mouse where you want that data pasted to. Again, a right click, and you could go ahead and just do a paste. Okay, that would save you from retyping all that data. The next thing that we want to do is to just go ahead and format the spreadsheet a little bit better. So the first thing that I see is that I want my report title centered. Okay, so if you grab on this first cell here, take your left mouse key and drag across. Okay, we can go ahead and do a merge and center. So see up top in the home tab, you want to just go ahead and click merge and center. Okay, same thing for revenue and spending. Okay, click and drag, do a merge and center, and for the date, click and drag and tell it to merge and center. If ever you find yourself with an error, just go ahead and undo it. So see the little button up at the upper left hand corner of the screen tells you that you can undo your last actions. Okay, the next thing that I would probably want to do is to go ahead and increase the column A so that my titles here don't run into the next column. So to shift any columns, you can just go ahead and click in between the columns. So any columns that we want to change, just click right in between. You want to go ahead and do a left mouse click and drag. Okay, so it doesn't really matter where you go as long as you can see all the words there. Okay, and then again, as I mentioned before, we've kind of got this issue with these column titles. They're running together. So the easiest way to fix that is to go ahead and highlight all those titles. So there was just 3 titles. So click and drag using your left mouse button. Okay, and the first thing that I want to do is I want to tell it to wrap the text. Wrapping the text will go ahead and keep the titles in that particular cell. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and center those titles, and I'm going to go ahead and bold them. Okay, so it looks better but not quite right, because what we probably want to do is expand the width of those 3 columns. So columns B, C, and D, go ahead and highlight. Again, that's just clicking up at the top on letter B, your left mouse button, click and drag, and then we can go ahead, any one of these, we could go ahead and increase the width. Okay. And then it's going to increase all 3 that are highlighted the exact same amount. Oops. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to shorten row 5. So I can do the same thing. I'm just going to click right in between 5 and 6. Click and drag. Okay, and that's not quite necessary, but it just makes it look just that much better. Okay, so now we are at a point where we can start entering data. The first thing that I'm going to just do is one item that we're going to hard key, and that's the liters sold. Okay, so if I go to the data section, I can read the information and find out that we actually sold 6,200 liters. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and hard key that into my flexible budget and my actual results. Okay, remember that the flexible budget is going to mimic the actual results in units. Okay, so if I sold 6,200 liters, even though I may have budgeted a different amount, I want to adjust my budget to that same 6,200 units. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. We're ready to get into formulas, so I'm going to end this video. If you want to watch how to use formulas to drive the remainder of this worksheet, go ahead and watch the second video.